Hello everyone, Seghter here. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing great. Today I want to talk about playing Ghost of Yōtei on lethal difficulty. And I took the opportunity and I went ahead and unlocked my smartphone to record some footage of the lovely landscape and to talk about something philosophical in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of difficult video games. They don't appeal that much to me from a fundamental standpoint, because I strongly believe that in life we're in it for the long run. Okay, so this is the reason why, if you can afford to do things with less effort and more efficiently, you ought to do those things. And this brings me to Ghost of Yōtei on lethal difficulty. Basically, it started as a kind of joke. It's a kind of challenge between me and my good friend Alexios, whom I greet with this opportunity. Hello, I hope you are safe and sound, and also our common friend Hunter 96, Norbert Sebastian, and Alex challenged me to playing Ghost of Yōtei on lethal. I don't know how people think, how people feel about lethal in video games, about the hardest difficulty of a video game. However, the way I feel about it is not that I'm drowning in a pool of sweat and shaking like having an orgasm after I finish a boss fight or a difficult section of the video game. The way I feel it is that I have been left with some PTSD, so some post-traumatic stress disorder. It's not that unhealthy like the real thing, but it makes you realize that time is much more important than how we usually treat it. And in order to complete something like Ghost of Yōtei on lethal, a part of you has to die. In my case, the part of me who is more easygoing, more joking, lazier, because that's the correct form, takes a hit and I lose some of it while playing Ghost of Yōtei, because no book, no movie, film can compare to playing a video game on the hardest difficulty. Because as long as you don't press pause on a video game, there is the constant stress associated with playing the video game. As long as the game runs, you are in a constant state of stress. And it's really odd because it's like having almost died, like having a catastrophe happen or a war breaking out, and all of a sudden you're in a war zone. Drones are flying around you, snipers are everywhere. You witness people being blown to bits, losing their limbs, losing their head, being cut in half. And that is the feeling I get after playing a game at lethal, at the most difficult setting. You get the feeling of gratefulness, of happiness, not of bliss, but the very same way that you look at the filament of a light bulb for like 15-20 seconds and the image stays on your sight. You know, when you close your eyes, that dark blue imprint is still there. This is exactly the same way I feel about Ghost of Yōtei. When fighting Sauma the Condemned, Hinagata, the Oni, Takezo the Unrivaled, a part of you which is more associated with the easygoing guy, with the more childish guy, funnier guy, will die. At the same time, the game will show you that if the game wants, you are going to progress further. But if the game doesn't want that, you are never going to make it. That no matter how hard you try, there will be always some things that are not in your full control, that are beyond your control, that you cannot influence. Some kind of stupid teleporting attack, some kind of very unusual attack pattern, or getting stuck at the edge of the arena and being unable to maneuver. Something will happen, and it will show you that if the game doesn't want you to complete the challenge, you will never do it. The stars have to align. You have to be good enough to pass the challenge, and the game has to agree with you passing the challenge. Otherwise, you will never make it. Beg your pardon. And it's really interesting because I feel like I don't have the same kind of dopamine rush when I end an enemy. These fights will break you apart. They will show you that you are nothing, that you mean nothing. And as long as you choose to accept this tragedy which voluntarily befell you, you will be destroyed, you will be ripped apart, and you will be rebuilt as a stronger version of yourself. Think of it like military training camp, like a like a war where you are challenged both physically, mentally, spiritually, if you would like, and basically you are being ripped apart and put back together willingly by your own design, because this is your